Today we will be looking at the best day trading strategy that we have tested. Who am I? I am DP Roberts, and for years I've been testing hundreds of indicators and trading strategies over on my other channel, and I am constantly testing more. I've compiled all that information into spreadsheets and used it to create a profitable trading strategy with custom indicators. We have an amazing community on Discord where we help you become a profitable trader and give you access to our custom indicators, as well as the spreadsheets of hundreds of tested indicators and strategies when you become a Patreon member. So even if this strategy isn't great, we have you covered. Links below in the description. Alright, as I said, today we will be looking at the best day trading strategy that we have tested. So as I said in the intro just a moment ago, on my other YouTube channel, which I will put a link to down below in the description, please go ahead and check that YouTube channel out, subscribe to it. Really great information on there as well. We have tested hundreds of indicators and dozens, hundreds I think at this point, of strategies as well. We've taken that information and combined that knowledge to create some of our own strategies. And this is one of them here. This is a day trading strategy. And so it consists of a couple of different indicators, 3 indicators to be exact. So the first one is going to be a percent B indicator, a modified version of the percent B, which you can see by the arrows here, the green and red arrows here, and the green and red dots above and below the bars there. The other indicator is going to be an RSI, which has been again modified to give this coloration of the background here, dependent on the slope of the RSI moving average. And then lastly, the third one, we'll ignore this bottom one for now. This third one here is the inverse Fisher transform of the RSI, with a few tweaks to it as well to give this these stripes here on the background coloration. And so these 3 indicators combined here make up the strategy. So we'll go over the strategy real quick. Basically, what you look for first and foremost is going to be either red dots or green dots. And you can also look for the red and green arrows, but they're not 100% necessary. And so we'll just go ahead and go over one of these trades real quick here. And so you can see right here, we start picking up these green dots right here. You can see that we get a green arrow right here. Looking down at our RSI, you can see that we get a green coloration in the background. And then lastly, you can see that we get a green stripe on the inverse Fisher transform. That would be our entry to the long position right there. And then what we're going to do is we are going to set a long position entry right about there. Most of the time what I look for is a little bit of continuation in price action as it would continue to move up. What I'm going to do is set the stop 10 pips below the last swing low right here. And so let's see, we're about there. Let's drop it down to about there. And then we're going to target a 1-to-1 of the actual low right here. Sometimes I do the close of the candles there at the bottom of those candles, and so it's not quite a 1-to-1, but it is pretty darn close to a 1-to-1 risk reward. I think by the time it's all said and done, it's probably around a 1 to 0.8, if that makes sense. And so that right there, you can see, came up and would have gotten us to our take profit. If we're looking here, we'll measure off here down to the bars here. There, that's about 19 pips, and we'd be looking for about 19 pips at our take profit. So that's an example of a long trade. Then a short trade, you can see that we get the red dots right here, and you can see that we then pick up the red coloration in the RSI, and then lastly a red stripe on our inverse Fisher transform. And so again, we would look for the last swing high right here. That's about 12 pips. Our stop would be 10 more pips above that, so at about 22 pips for our stop. And then our take profit would be the 1-to-1, so 12 pips of that there, not including that 10 pip buffer that we put on there. And so that also would have come down and gotten us to our take profit. And so these are examples of trades that just happened this past week. And so we've tracked over 100 trades with this strategy so far. We've had 12 break-even trades. We've had 65 winning trades and 24 losing trades, putting us over a 70% win rate. And so for the past 2 months, it has been profitable and maintained profitability. It's definitely a really good trading strategy. What I'll do is I will link to a video from our other channel down below in the description if you want a little more detail on the strategy. If this wasn't clear enough, you can check that out. You can also join our Patreon. We have a guide to this particular strategy, and it basically outlines everything that I've explained here in even more detail and some optimizing tricks. This is just for our patrons here. The guide is, and these indicators, the modified versions, are also for our patrons. You can find a link to that down below in the description. Lastly, we'll go over the very bottom indicator here. So the very bottom indicator is a beta indicator that our admin on our Discord, Mike from Upright Trading, does a great job. Really knowledgeable and great at coding. He is meshing these indicators together to create an all-in-one indicator here that gives signals, which will allow us to optimize this strategy by linking it to other sites like Pine Connector or Tickerly, Alertron. There's quite a few that you can link to with TradingView alerts to actually automate this strategy. So we are in the process of automating this strategy, and we'll be giving a discount to our existing patrons once we have that set up and we offer this to the public. Right now it's just in beta, but we are working on that, or Mike is working on that, I guess I should say. So that is definitely up and coming. All right, that's it for this video. We're going to go ahead and cut it here and move on to the next video from here.